Hello all. Hello all. In this session, we are going to continue with the same first module, that is management introduction. So in this session, we are going to see the modern and the early approaches towards management. First one, that is in early classical approaches, and the modern one. In the first one, in early, that scientific management. First, we are going to consider a category. So, and also it is considered as a father of scientific management, and the father is Frederick Winslow. That is that is from 1856 to 1915, his birth and the death, that is 1856 to 1915. They exerted a great influence on the development of the the management through his experiment, through his trial and errors of the experiments. So conducted as a series of experiments in three companies, that is Mid Valley Steel and Siemens Rolling Machine and Bethlehem Steel, while serving as a chief engineer of Mid Valley Steel Company for a period of 26 years. That is in administration management. Like Henry Feuer is also considered as a father of administrative management, that is 1841 to 1925. 1841 to 1925, that is compared to the Frederick Winslow, that is Henry Feuer has experimented early compared to his experiment, that is 1841 to 1925, where the focus is on development of broad administrative principles. Was a French mining engineer turned a leading industrialist and also a successful manager, providing a broad analytical framework of a process of administration. And in modern approaches, the quantitative approach, if we are taking that particular category, this approach has been called as the management science approach. And also the focus of the quantitative approach is on decision making, to provide quantitative tools and techniques for making objectively rational decisions. It means as ability or willingness to follow a reasoned and unemotional or orderly a specific approach in visualizing the totality of the decision in the environment. That is maybe entrepreneur or a project taking things or in the company. And this approach gained movement during World War II, when UK and US trying to seek solutions for a number of new complex problems occurring during the war. The group of scientists engaged for this process were known as Operations Research Team, that is OR team. The management approach gained popularity through two, that is post-war phenomena, that is the development of high-speed computers and also the communication among computers provide the means for tackling complex and also the large-scale organizational problems. A mixed team of specialists from relevant disciplines is called as the, that is analyze the problem, he or she the problem first, and to process the course of action to the management. After analyzing, they are going to process that course of action or a decision making to the management. And by changing the values of several variables in the model, generally with the computer, and the team can be determined effect of each change in the particular project or a process. And the team constructs that the mathematical module to stimulate the problem, which is symbolical terms, all relevant factors that bear the problem, and also interrelationship amongst them. So to approach the facilities discipline thinking and precision and perfection, that is by expressing the relationship in quantitative terms, which has been widely used in planning and controlling the activities with the different problems, and also identifying and solving defined with the quantitative terms. So quantitative approach is based on the decision making and with the different quantitative tools and techniques for making objectively different decisions. That is roles. Next one, the roles of the management. That is, a manager wears different hats. That is, not only in a manager as a team leader, but your he is also a planner, organizer, or a coach, or a problem solver. Okay, thus we can conclude that the focus is on the quantitative approach is based on what the decisions will be making in the planning process, when the types of planning in the while making the plans. So the decision making will be based on the quantitative approach, and with the quantitative tools which we are going to use in that techniques for making the objectively rational decisions. And also the approach facilitates discipline, thinking, precision, and prescription, that is which we are going to give to the the lower management, from the middle management and top level management. And that precision and perfections by expressing relationship in quantitative terms, which has been widely used in planning, and also to control the activities where the problems can be precisely identified and also defined in the quantitative terms. And now the roles of the management. So the manager wears wears many hats here, that is roles which has find the three different the different roles. That is, not only manager has a team leader, but also having the three different categories. That is interpersonal, that is this role involves human interaction. And informational, this role involves the sharing and analyzing the information. And decisional, that is this role involves decision making. So in the interpersonal, again the monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. That is, monitor seek and receive information, scan periodicals and reports, maintain a personal contact with the stakeholders. So there will be direct contact with the stakeholders. So disseminator, that is forwarding the information to the organization members via memos, reports, files, and phone calls. And the spokesperson transmit information to the outsiders via reports, memos, and the speeches. Information, this role involves the sharing and analyzing of the information. That is again the three roles inside this. That is figurehead, leader, and liaison. That is figurehead perform the ceremonial and symbolic duties such as greeting visitors and signing legal documents. And the leader, he will direct it and motivate the subordinates, the counsel, and communicate with the subordinates. The counseling also done by the leader here in this small post. And liaison, that is maintain the information links both inside and outside the organization through mails, phone calls, and meetings. Decisional role, this role involves decision making, that is decisional entrepreneur initiative improvement projects, and identify new ideas and delegate idea responsibilities to others. And disturbance, that is take corrective action during disputes or handlers crisis. So resolve the problems among subordinates, so any conflict inside the subordinates in between, so he's going to solve and adopt the environment. So resource, decide who gets resources, prepare allocator for that budget, set schedules, and determine the priorities. Negotiator, he represents the department during negotiations of union contracts, sales, or any purchases and the budgets in between the organization. So thank you.